much that she regrets, but in her heart she knows she needs you. She's learned about your life and death. She and her daddy kneel together. She prays you'll forgive her sin. And now this story gets familiar. This is the part where you come in. And everything's new, everything's changed. For each heart it's different, yet somehow the same. For the rest of her life, the story she'll tell again and again. It's the part where you come in. For some it's at an old-time altar, or in a hospital room one night. For some the first time that we hear you, or one last chance before we die. But you're always waiting with forgiveness, no matter what we've done or been. You hear us crying for your mercy. That's the part where you come in. And everything's new, everything's changed. For each heart it's different, yet somehow the same. For the rest of our lives, the story we'll tell again and again. It's the part where you come in. Lord, you remember every time a soul's been saved. Yet I imagine you love it when we testify again that everything's new, everything's changed. For each heart it's different, yet somehow the same. For the rest of our lives, the story we'll tell again and again. It's the part where everything's new, everything's changed. Since Jesus forgave me, no, I'm not the same. For the rest of our lives, the story we'll tell again and again. It's the part where you come in. The part where you come in. The part where you come
Wondered why they keep asking for help in the back with the children. You know now what that is. Isn't it a beautiful sight to see so many kids learning about Jesus Christ? Truly a blessing with all the things that are taking place here at Ridgely at this particular time. Now we're going to go into a brief business meeting, probably about 10 or 15 minutes. If you're visitors, don't worry, just stay here. If you really want to know something about a church, just stick around for one of their business meetings and you'll find out just what kind of church you got there. So just stick around with us. So I'm going to officially call us into a business meeting and at this time, and then let you know that you have, if you'd like a copy, you have a copy of the previous minutes to the business meeting. And if you got all of those, then I'm going to start off right by calling on Miss Julie Martin and asking her to give us a financial statement. Isn't that where we normally go first? Yeah, treasurer's report. Treasurer's report, yeah.
Okay, we had a beginning balance in the general checking account of $31,228.13. And we had total receipts of about $72,000, which ended once our expenses were taken out of any balance of $50,440.
Amen.
All right, under Growing Together We Build checking account, we had a beginning balance of $14,999.14. $61,464. And y'all will see the receipts there at $38,370 with our typical expenses, with an ending balance of $51,727 in our Growing Together Rebuild.
I'd like to speak to that report. First, let me say with the regular financial, the general checking account fund, that was huge offerings last month, and we were managed to not have excessive expenditures, so we wound up with a lot more money in the checkbook than we had before we started out. Second thing I'd like to make note of is how God is blessing us in ways that we don't even realize. You know, many of you have been praying for that new building that's going to go right out over here. We hadn't started pushing for giving towards that, but yet someone sent us a contribution of $37,500 from outside the church. And it's never been my practice to share with you who gave money or what. So I'm not going to tell you the name of the individual who gave that, but it sounds to me like they must be a rock star or something. So. All right. And this time, Cindy, do we have some numbers ready?
Yes, we do. Sunday 8:30, we had an average of 131. Sunday 11, 186. Sunday PM, 107. Discipleship training 30. Wednesday prayer meeting 76. Wednesday youth 18. Wednesday mission kids, an average of 41. The nursery 4. I put my finger for the Sunday school report. Sorry. 158. Brotherhood breakfast, there was none, but there were 135 at our Easter sunrise service.
Okay. All right, thank you very much for those. Do we have any reports from any of our standing committees or the deacon body? And I don't think that we do. I did not know if we had one, so we'll assume that we don't. In that case, let's go on to our staff reports. Brother Mitch, is there anything from music or facilities you want to report back to the church or anything right now? Or?
Just to thank you for the plea for insulation. It happened. It's all insulations in. Thank you. We started putting up a little bit of sheetrock. Still have some stuff, a lot of stuff to do out there in that building, but I'll be contacting you. If you're interested in having that, just mention to me. If that's one of your specialties is putting siding on. Just holler me after the service. See what we can design.
All right. And also make note that many people responded to the grass cutting situation too. So that's getting taken care of too. So thank you very much for that. Pastor's report, just want to let you know that things at Ridgely are just hopping in every direction we can find. The children's department is growing. We've got more people in Sunday school on a regular basis than we've ever had. I mean, it's just worship services are full. We've got many missions opportunities that are taking place. I do have a request. Here's a request that we received from Jeb Moak, who is the BSU director for the Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, and they are sending several summer missionaries out for the summer to be missionaries, and they're asking us as a church to adopt a missionary. And what I really wanted to do was ask a small group, because it's hard for a big church to get involved in that. It'd be a whole lot easier if I had a small group who would volunteer to agree to pray for this particular individual, and if they have an opportunity to maybe send some care packages, just some cake and cookies, and a couple of cards and notes just to let them know that we're going to be praying for them. The missionary's name is Morgan Meek, and it's a summer missionary, and they are in Alaska. So if there's a small group that would like to adopt them for 3 months, which would be from June the 3rd through August the 1st. That's really just 2 months, isn't it? If you are interested in that, please let me know. I have all the information right here. Just come and let us know. Do we have any old business that needs to be discussed? And I don't think that we had anything carrying over. Then I want to recognize the Finance Committee. I'll recognize Cheryl Young on behalf of the Finance Committee with a new motion.
On behalf of the Finance Committee, I make the following motion that $7,000 be moved to the designated account called Capital Building Repairs, and that $3,000 be moved to the designated account called Bearing Spirit Filled Fruit.
Okay, thank you very much. That motion is coming from a committee, therefore it does not require a second. I'll speak to that motion as we had such a good month last month. We had $10,000 left over that we didn't spend, that we didn't have expenditures for last month, which meant that the balance that we carry in our checkbook is a little bigger than normal. But we also know that we have some major expenditures that are coming. And their recommendation is that we take $7,000 of that $10,000 and move it over into the capital building programs that we have. For example, finishing this building over here, or if we need air conditioners, new roofs, those kinds of things on this building. We've been shifting some over the last several years into that account. And then the other is to put $3,000 into the Bearing Spirit-Filled Fruit so that we can help pay for some of the missionary teams that we're sending off from here at Ridgely. We are sending more people off to foreign missions and statewide missions this year that we're probably going to send as many out this year as we sent over the last 2 years all total. That's how many God's moving in the hearts of, and those people pay much of the expense themselves, but you as the church come back and pay for a portion of that. So that'll give us a little more money to be able to deal with that. Any questions about that? Although, if not, then you ready to vote on that? All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed, like sign. Okay. Miss Cindy, do we have any requests for letters? No. Okay, nobody ever leaves Ridgely, right?
We had no baptisms and no people joining the church for the last 2 months.
Okay.
So if you know somebody that you think needs to join this church or invite them, go for it.
That's right. We need to lead some people to Christ and bring them in here to baptize them. Amen. All right. Good announcement. Any announcements need to be made before we adjourn the business meeting? If not, do I hear a motion that the business meeting be adjourned?